Hey there, it's Leslie with Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and today I'm making these adorable puppy cookies for the 4th of July. And you can make them along with me with this tutorial. So grab your favorite shaped cookie and outline and flood it in with white royal icing. Your icing should be about a 12 to 15 second consistency. Mine's a little stiffer than that here, so I'm going to just shake it to settle it down. And once your flood is dried completely, I just sketched out a design of a puppy using a non-toxic pencil, and I'm just going to outline all of the different elements here. And in these narrow sections, I'm going to put a squiggle of icing in the middle because I want it to be really puffy, and I'm also trying to avoid craters. My icing consistency for the puppy is about a 15-second consistency. And at the top hat, I'm going to do a wet on wet effect and do red and white stripes. So I'm going to start just by making a red stripe at the end, and then I will immediately make a white stripe next to it. And I will use my scribe, or you can use a toothpick as necessary to settle the icing down, being careful though not to change the shape of your stripe. And I'm just going to continue to do that all the way across using my scribe or my toothpick as needed. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it's the same process all the way across. And once this dries, this will give a smooth surface for the top hat with no dents of separation in between the colors. And now that I'm done piping my top hat, I'm going to take a paintbrush and dip it in some water and wipe all of the water off. And then I'm just going to flatten the top of the hat where there might be some different heights because of the different rows of icing, and I just want it to be a straight line across the top. And you can use a dampened paintbrush to do that, and it works really well. While we wait for that to dry, let's move down to the puppy and flood in the face. And my gray flood icing is a little bit thick here, but I can settle it down with my scribe. It's just going to take a little bit of jiggling. I would rather my icing be too thick than too thin. Now I've got some little black, I don't know what you call these, sprinkles, and I'm just going to put them in for eyeballs. I was going to do 2 eyes, but then I decided to go ahead and pipe a white circle and give him a big patch behind his second eye. So because I didn't pipe the white immediately, I'm going to have to use an up and down motion with my scribe to settle the white icing into the gray icing, which had already started to dry. And then I'll put in my other eye. Isn't that cute? I'm going to let the face dry for at least 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back in and flood in both ears using my scribe to settle the icing down once again. My scribe is my most used tool, and taking the time to do this really gives your cookies a professional finish. And now let's give our puppy a nose. Using my black icing, again in about a 15-second consistency, I'm just going to pipe a triangle and use my scribe to settle it down. And off camera, I gave my puppy a little tongue, and now I'm just going to flood in the hat brim, and then I'm going to let that dry for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back in and flood it in again because I want this hat brim to have some volume and be higher than the rest of the cookie. In a separate video, I made these cute little bow ties. I'll leave a link to that in the description. I was going to put it where the tongue is, but then I decided I would rather have a tongue, so I'm just going to add it to the hat brim. If your hat brim is already dry, you can use a dab of royal icing on the back to stick it down. And then I just added a highlight to his nose, and this patriotic pup is done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I have new cookie tutorials all the time, and it really helps me out. Have a happy 4th of July, and thank you so much for watching.